Okay, class. Today I'm going to be talking a little bit about weather and weather services. So, what I have planned for today is I created this little flight plan from Grand Junction over here down to Moab for Canyonlands. Now, this was a pretty common and easy flight in my training, and I did it quite a few times. So, to start out, we're gonna check weather. We're gonna open up the METAR. Hope you can see that. And we're gonna go over this METAR. So if you can, I'll bring this over here. So as you can see, KGJT, it's all blurry. It's not good. But it says KGJT 242053 Zulu. So that means it's on the 24th at 2053 Zulu. And then the wind is just a bunch of zeros. So that means wind is calm. Now it says 10 SM, which is 10 statute mile visibility. It says CLR, which means clear skies. Up here, there's a 17/M06. So that means the temperature right now is 17 degrees Celsius and the dew point is -6 degrees Celsius. Now the altimeter A3013, the altimeter setting is 3013. Remarks, it says AO2, which is just the type of AWOS that it is. Sea level pressure is 163. And then it says just the more accurate temp. So our weather at Grand Junction right now is very good. You know, we got calm winds, clear visibility. It's looking like a good day to fly. You know, our dew point spread is quite wide. So here at Moab, we got a similar METAR. It says 242053 Zulu, so it's the 24th at 2053 Zulu. Same time as our Grand Junction METAR. It says auto, which means this is straight from the machine. No one has looked at this and made any corrections. So these are normally right, but there are times in heavy weather situations where these can read things that aren't actually happening. There can be mistakes with these machines. So this one though, for wind, it says VRB 03 KT. So that means variable. It's coming from multiple headings, or it changes, and it's coming at 3 knots. So pretty slow winds. We have 10 statute mile visibility. It is clear. Temperature is 18 -7 for the dew point. And then it talks about sea level pressure and the actual temperature as well. So with the actual temperature, it says TO and then a bunch of numbers, right? So the actual temperature, instead of 18 degrees Celsius, it is 17.81 degrees Celsius. And the dew point, which says is -7, is actually 6.7 degrees Celsius. So they round up the temperatures, but you know, that's pretty normal. You don't got to worry too much about that. But so next, I'm gonna get a briefing on my flight for this flight. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna press this send to flights, and then I'm gonna get a briefing for it. As you can see, the briefing is loading, taking longer than expected. So we got some segments. This one is a lot of the USA, but we are on the outside of it. Next is a turbulence low AirMet. We are just on the edge of it, so we may have a little bit of turbulence with those variable winds. Our surface analysis chart tells us the kind of high pressure and low pressure areas that surround us. So this is telling us, so we are right here. As you can see, there's a high pressure above us and what looks like a trough right here, or a dry line. So if we cross this line, there's a chance we will get wind shear and the wind direction will change, and that could be potential turbulence that we may run into. But with our slow speed of winds, our 3 knots and calm, and so we may not have to worry too much about turbulence. You know, we may get a little light turbulence, a light chop, but in the most part, we won't have to worry about too much. So this is showing us METARs along our route. We looked at 2 of them, and I added a third in between. So the green dots says it's VFR the whole way. We have winds calm at KAJZ. Winds are 13, gusts 22. Wow. So we can expect that winds can change. So we'll check the cloud coverage. Isn't really much. Surface winds. We'll come over here to the TAFs, and this will show us the future, not potential future weather conditions. So here at Grand Junction, winds, it won't get too high. We have 310 at 8, 350 at 7, and variable at 5. But it does look some clouds are gonna roll in. There's some broken at 1500 or 15,000. Few at 10,000, scattered 10,000, or scattered 25,000. So some clouds may be rolling in, but they're going to be high clouds. So we may not have to worry too much if we stay low. Same with Montrose and Canyonlands. Canyonlands, it looks like the wind is going to start picking up. It says 290 at 8, gust 18. So winds may be picking up there at Canyonlands. So the plan is, you know, flying there, flying back. But with these METARs, or TAFs, this is a TAF because it's telling the future, it's saying around the time we get there, there's a chance that winds are gusting 18, which is a lot higher than 3, which is what our METAR says. So we may end up not doing this flight just because of the wind. You gotta be careful. Like, here is a wind chart along our route. It shows us our route and the wind. So as you can see, the wind is mostly going in one direction, but there's a little shift once you get down towards Canyonlands. So They aren't too fast over here, but as you come this way, you can see the wind or the dashes start to get a little more. It starts to get a little faster. So I wanted to bring up these METARs again since I don't think it was too easy to see them earlier. So here, all the zeros, winds calm, 10 SM, we have a 10 statute mile visibility. The temperature 17 M06, 17 Celsius, -6. And then if we go to the forecast, up here, it says the time and date. It's the 24th at 17:41 Zulu. This TAF is valid from the 24th at 1800 Zulu to the 25th at 1800 Zulu. Variable winds at 4 knots, greater than 6 statute mile. It says scattered 500, overcast 700. And then we got our, and then this is like a little more in depth at these times. So the 24th at 1900 Zulu, winds should be 310 at 8 knots, scattered 1000, 1000, and broken. And if you look down here, scattered 10,000, broken 15, just like it says right there. And then from the 25th at 0200 Zulu, winds will be 350 at 7 knots, greater than 6 statute miles, few 10,000, scattered 25. And if we scroll down here, it says it right there. Now, if we go over here to Moab, come down to the forecasts, 24th, 1741, 24 from 18 to the 25th at 18. Same time frame as Grand Junction. And it says from the 24th at 1900 Zulu, the winds will be 290 at 8, gusting 18. So the winds, as you can see right here, have picked up or are going to pick up. And then it shows our clouds, few 12,000, few 15, right there. Winds aloft, rapid temperature drop, possible unstable air. So as you can see, the temperature goes from 12 to 2 and then to negative very quickly. And the winds, 6, 9, 13, 25, are picking up relatively quick as well. So what you have to do with all this information, you got to bring it together and decide if you want to make this flight. Personally, I have not flown in a few weeks, and I wouldn't want to make this flight with winds gusting almost 20 knots at my destination. Canyonlands is also in a canyon. You know, that could definitely create some turbulence or some problems from the wind, and it could be difficult to land there. So I would probably go somewhere else for training, make a different flight plan, or just wait until a later time to make this flight.